Hello and welcome to Prayer and Meditation. My name is Diane Christopoulos and I'm one of the church members here at Cal Heights. Been here about 14 years. I'm also a registered nurse who has dedicated many decades to physical and mental healing and disease prevention. And it's been my experience through the years that the healing process seems to be more effective when we integrate the spiritual component of our being. And what happens with that is that there's a mind, body, and soul connection, and that provides smoother energy flow, which improves the circulatory flow, the muscles are relaxed, and there's a sense of peace inside, which brings a calm that is most effective in the healing process and in disease prevention. Once we experience this peace, it's also something that's going to be automatically carried out to those around us, to our family, our friends, perhaps out to the community. We develop patience, and it's something that it's not a one-time deal. Meditation is available, however, whenever you want it. And we're going to go through a meditation process, and it's going to seem a little lengthy at first, but it's something that with practice you can do in seconds. And we're going to introduce this through the prayer component, through the prayer of St. Francis of Assisi, who was also known as the Man of Peace. And it starts out with, make me an instrument of thy peace. And he says, Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me show love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. O divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive. It is in pardoning that we are pardoned, and it is in dying that we have eternal life. For him to pray for all these attributes is very comforting to me, because if even a saint has to pray for these attributes, I feel okay knowing that I need divine intervention to carry these out. When he starts out with, make me an instrument of thy peace, and he says, Lord, where there is hatred, let me show love. And that is a tall order. And hatred is something that isn't talked about all that much. It's a very intense emotion, and when it starts to bring feelings up in people who are hearing about it or discussing it, they become very uncomfortable. But there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And hatred can come from an accumulation of anger, and sometimes the anger is valid, it's justified. It's not dealing with it that makes it destructive. We hate injustice. We hate maybe things that are done to other people or animals, or have been done to us in our past, or that we have done to others. And it's intense, and as far as I know, there isn't an app for that, to bring hatred to love. But there is a cross for that. And Jesus said he wants us to take our hostilities into himself. And that will free us up. It will let the hatred be crucified. And at that point, we can start looking at all the small feelings that were built up that created the hate. And sometimes it's feelings of insecurity, abandonment, jealousy, often loss of power, loss of control. And whether we do that through prayer and that's resolved, or a therapist, a credible therapist, a minister, however, but we have to get past that first layer of hatred so that we can allow those feelings to also surface. And it says, where there is injury, pardon. And where there's physical injury and we pardon the person who has hurt us, we can let them know it's not okay that happened, but we can forgive the their feelings underneath it when they're ready to change. And sometimes the wounds that we can't see are the ones that hurt the deepest. And for us to be willing to talk about it and share it. And sometimes that can even create a bonding that we never anticipated. Where there is doubt, faith. And sometimes I doubt my own faith, and I've asked God for miracles because I'm in a situation where only a miracle can resolve the issue. The miracle happens, and I say to myself, I don't believe it. I cannot believe that happened. And it does. So prayer is something that faith is something that we need to pray for and consider it a gift, a divine gift, and embrace it. And where there is despair, hope, once we've experienced that faith, we can offer the hope to others. And the hope that we have, that we can bring people through, that people can walk through their challenges and their stressors. And a lot of times when we experience life, we come out the other end, we still have scars, as Jesus Christ had scars when he ascended into heaven. And we can show our scars. And knowing that we can come through, the wounds can be healed, will offer hope to someone else. Where there is darkness, light. And again, this comes through just walking with somebody through their pain and offering our help in any way that we can and above all, to say, I love you. And let them know that we're going to be thinking of them. And it isn't about just say if there's anything I can do, but think of something to do to help them ease their pain. He says, O divine master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console. And there's a saying in the 12-step programs, when we help the newcomers, it helps us because it reminds us of where grace has been bestowed on us as we offer grace to others. To be understood as to understand. I don't always understand myself, and I can't expect others to always understand me, but it's important that I delve in and try to understand where the other person is so that it's easier for us to reach. And in doing so, it is important that we also explore our own feelings and bring them to resolve. To be loved as to love. It's so important to love others and take ourselves out of the equation and let them know that they have our entire devotion. For it is in giving that we receive. It is in pardoning that we are pardoned. And again, offering grace to others reminds us that we have been given grace. And he says it is in dying that we have eternal life. And it doesn't mean that our heart has to stop and we stop breathing. It's as we shed our own defenses that have been protecting us from the honest truth. As we shed that, then truth rises up and it will have eternal life. It will go on forever. And so now let us begin with the meditation. And you're welcome to look at the candle if you wish, if that will help you stay focused on on the meditation. And you can also look at the cross over on the table or up at the windows. Or often people just close their eyes. And so we're going to go ahead and start. I'm going to leave the table now, and I'll walk you through this to the best of my ability. Okay, now with your eyes closed, I'll ask you to just take a big, deep breath to the count of 4. And by the way, you can be lying down, sitting up, or standing. And now release this breath to the count of 4. And on your next big, deep breath, Take yourself to your favorite spot where you find peace and comfort. Out in nature where the birds are singing. There may be a path, garden lined, flowers, trees. Perhaps a squirrel quietly dashing across, climbing a tree. Or it can be by the ocean, and the waves are gently moving towards you, or they're cool around your ankles. Seagulls in the background. Perhaps a dolphin or two playing in the waves. Let your muscles relax. Take a big deep breath. Slowly let it out. And concentrate on the muscles in your feet. Let the muscles relax. And around your ankles. And as the warm sun embraces you and a soft breeze passes over you, let your muscles relax from your ankles to your knees. And as your knees are warmed by the warm sun or cooled by the breeze, let your thigh muscles relax. And the back of your legs. Take another deep breath. Slowly release. And breathe normally. And let the muscles in your buttocks and your sacrum completely relax. And your low back relax. Breathe deep again and let the muscles in your lower abdomen and your upper abdomen and your whole back just relax. Now take another deep breath and let your chest muscles begin to relax as you breathe out. And now breathing normally, let your shoulders relax. Down both arms. From your shoulders to your elbows. Elbows to your wrist. Wrist to your hands. All the muscles are relaxed. And now the back of your neck. Breathe deep and let your back of your neck relax. And each fine muscle in your face and your scalp just loosen and relax. And now take another deep breath Slowly let it out. And place the bottom of your feet on the ground, whether you're lying, sitting, or standing. And envision roots attached to the bottoms of your feet, extending down to the depths of the earth. And now take a deep breath and let a light from the earth travel up the roots and to the bottoms of your feet. And feel the gentle warmth. And now from the bottoms of your feet to the tops of your feet, this light is glowing and moving up to your knees, through all of your muscles on the way up. Now another deep breath, and bring this light from your knees all the way up to your hips, across both hips and your sacrum and your buttocks. Now take another deep breath. Slowly release it. And this light travel up to the lower part of your abdomen. From your pelvis. And this lower abdomen is often referred to as our soul seat. And let this light expand. Another deep breath. And bring this light to your upper abdomen. And slowly let it out. And now with a refreshing breath, bring this light to your heart. And slowly let the breath out. And let this light expand through every chamber of your heart. Bring this light to your shoulders, across both shoulders, down both arms, and both hands, with your palms up, palms of your hands up, ready to receive. Another deep breath. Slowly let it out. Bring this light up to through the back of your neck. Up into your face. And your head. And now envision the top of your head opening up like a funnel, and the light from the heavens is descending through this funnel to join with the light in you that came from the roots of the earth below. And bring it down your head, through your face, the back of your neck, take another deep breath. Release it. And as this light joins with the light of your root, let it glow across your shoulders, down both arms, and again to the palms of your hands. Gentle breath in. Slowly release it. And let this light enter your heart. Each chamber. And expand throughout your heart. Let it pass through your lungs as it travels through your chest. Another deep breath. Release. Let this light travel through your upper abdomen and your entire spine. Expanding. And now traveling to your lower abdomen. Again, your soul seat. And let this light expand. Another deep breath. Slowly let it out. Breathe normally. Let this light expand across your hips, your low back, your buttocks, and your pelvis. And now let this light descend down both thighs, to your knees. Across your knees and down to your ankles. And from your ankles to your feet. To the bottoms of your feet. Now take another deep breath. Slowly release. And let this light from the heavens above join the light from the roots of the earth, down the roots that are attached to the soles of your feet. And with another gentle breath, bring this light 1 inch out from your body. And slowly let it out. Let your With another gentle breath in and out. Expand this light yet another inch from your body. And again, a gentle breath in, release, and expand this light yet 1 more inch from your body. And now you can recite with me, either quietly or out loud, the prayer of St. Francis of Assisi. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me show love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. O divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive. It is in pardoning that we are pardoned. And it is in dying that we have eternal life. When you're ready, if your eyes have been closed, you can open your eyes. And everyone take 1 more cleansing breath and slowly release it. And to help you wake up a little bit and still remain calm, you just kind of brush yourself, brush your arms, your back, your tummy. And God's peace to you. Shalom.